Hey, Pat.
Hi, Mackenzie.
Who are you most interested in learning more about when it comes to the extra students?
Let's see. I still don't know, even though I think she's more of a main character student, again with names, who was the assistant class rep that won the second vote?
Momo Yayorozu.
Yayorosu. Still don't know her power, so I'm curious, especially because she was number 1 on the ranks for the class exercises. I still want to know what the bubble boy kid is, because I don't know what that means. He was just bouncing between those bubbles. I don't know what that does.
Little pervy man, just
Yeah, and he's a little bit of a perv. So the perv. Yep. I think, I don't know. Just anybody that we haven't truly seen their abilities yet. The guy that can harden into like maybe blades on his arms or something. I still don't know what the guy with the tail can do. It looks like he has a giant tail of some sort.
Everybody is what
I want to know all the powers, and I want to know them all. And then of course all these villains. I want to know like what is Hand Guy's power? What does having all these hands do? I'm very curious what that means.
We'll just have to see if the episode tells us.
Indeed. Yes, I am ready mentally, maybe not, but
Let's do this then.
What is that thing? Has the training started already? I thought we were rescuing people.
Stay back! This is real. Those are villains.
God, there's so many.
The only real heroes I see are 13 and Eraserhead. Perplexing. According to the schedule we retrieved from UA, All Might should be here as well.
So you scumbags used the press as a cover and sneaked onto campus.
Where is he? I went through the trouble.
I mean, that is a legion of enemies.
Friends who are eager to meet him. They want All Might, the great symbol of peace. Can't believe he's not here. Maybe if I kill a few kids, he'll come out to play.
That day, we learned what the pro heroes are really up against. The darkness they face to keep us safe.
You'd pointed out this theme earlier. It's very good.
And pure evil stared back.
13, get them out of here, and alert the main campus. Actually, if they've got the ability to block our sensors, then they might be jamming our regular communications too. Kaminari, try using your quirk to contact the school.
Yes, sir.
What are you gonna do?
Go,
You
go,
can't
go.
fight them on your own. There's too many of them. Even if you can nullify their quirks.
They
you're
seem
fighting
pretty far
styles
away.
not
Why don't you
suited
just
for
black
this.
hole
Your
them?
power works best in stealth and one-on-one fights.
Because that kills
It's not
people,
gonna help
Pat.
with a group.
You can't be a pro if you only have one trick. I'll leave it to you, 13.
Shooting squad!
Why
Take
don't
your
tear
aim.
people apart?
Didn't our intel say it was just gonna be 13
Gun
and all
fingers?
night long here? Who's that?
Don't recognize him. But if he thinks he can take us down easy, he's dead. Let's shut him down! My work! Where are my bullets?
So if you heard, that's why he wears the goggles. The goggles don't do anything
The
special.
worst thing
It
about
just hides
dealing
his
with
eyes.
pros is when they live up to all their hype.
Such a big area.
Hey, this facility is gigantic.
Damn. I blinked and the guy who seems like the most trouble got away.
It's a pleasure to meet you. We are the League of Villains. I know it's impolite, but we decided to invite
You're such a
ourselves into
loon.
this haven of justice to say hello. And besides, isn't this a fitting place for All Might, the symbol of peace, to take his last breath? I believe he was supposed to be here today, and yet I see no sign of him. There must have been some sort of change in plans we could not have foreseen. Well, in the end, I suppose it doesn't matter. I still have a role to play.
Wow, they just went for it.
Can't hesitate when you're a hero.
Did you think we
were just gonna stand around and let you tear this place to shreds?
You live up to your school's reputation. But you should be more careful, children. Otherwise, someone might get hurt.
You two, get out of the way right now!
I'll scatter you across this facility to meet my comrades and your deaths.
Crap! What is this? What's going on?
Water. He must have a warping quirk. They came here to kill All Might. I guess it's a good thing he's not in class right now. But where is he?
This is a giant pool.
What the heck?
First catch of the day. Personal
Sure
kid,
he's in a
but
pool?
you gotta die.
Yeah. I don't know. Might count as a lake at that point.
For a frog, you've got some pretty big boobs, Sue. Perfect floating.
I told you to call me Sue.
Suyu Asui. Her quirk, frog. It's pretty
Just frog.
self-explanatory. She can basically do anything a frog can.
Think about it, though. If the villains spent so much time planning this attack, then they probably figured out a way to kill him. And didn't you hear what that smoke guy said? Maybe we should worry more about not getting tortured to death. Otherwise, we might not survive long enough to see All Might again. And even if he does show up, who knows if he'll make it out in one piece.
No, the bros are gonna save us, right? Tell Frog Boobs to shut up!
Ribbit?
You bastards! I'll enjoy eating you!
Then we have to stop whatever it is these bad guys are planning. We have to work together and keep All Might safe. No one at UA knows what's happening. This is up to us. Let's be heroes.
Aren't you embarrassed to lose to a child? For God's sake, you're adults. Put up a real fight.
Class rep,
Yes.
I have a job for you. Run to the school and tell the faculty what's going on here. The alarms aren't sounding, and our phones and radios are useless right now. One of these villains must be to blame. Even though Eraserhead is canceling people's quirks left and right, we're still completely sealed off from the outside world. Likely whoever is causing this interference hit as soon as they warped into the USJ. They could be anywhere, impossible to hunt down. It'll be faster for you to run and get help than for us to find whoever's jamming everything.
Yes, but it would be disgraceful for me to leave you all behind.
Go emergency exit. There are lots of alarms outside. That's why they're keeping all of us trapped inside the USJ, right?
As long as you can get outside, they won't follow. Blow this stupid mist away with those engine legs.
Use your quirk to save others. Be a real hero.
I can help you out. Just like I did when I floated you in the cafeteria. Okay? No prob. Please, class rep, do it!
Even if this is your only option, are you really foolish enough to strategize in front of your enemy?
It won't matter if you know what we're planning or not when I'm done with you. Black hole!
So let's talk quirks. I'll go first if you want. Obviously, I can jump high and cling to pretty much any wall. And of course, there's my tongue. I can stick it out about 20 meters. Oh yeah, and I can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not really useful. Finally, I also secrete toxic mucus. It just stings a bit.
Secrete mucus?
We could probably only use my jumping and my tongue here. Forget about the last things.
I figured you were powerful, but that's crazy. I'm strong, but it comes at a price. Once I use my power, I'm pretty much out of commission. It's a double-edged sword until I can control it.
I've got these sticky balls. Their strength varies. Depending on how I'm feeling, they might stick to something a whole day. They grow back as fast as I can pull them off, but I'll bleed if I use too many. Oh, and they don't stick to me. I just bounce right off them.
power. Really, we just have to figure out how to use it.
And the sooner the better.
I'm starting to get bored. Let's get the show on the road.
That's a great power. Now the ship's sinking.
Don't freak out! You gotta help them! I guess your quirk!
What the hell are these things?
Wait, they're afraid to touch them.
The boat will be fully submerged in less than a minute. And once they're in the water, they don't stand a chance against us.
For fish food! So, Minetta, are you really sure the hero thing is right for you?
We're not to be scared right now! We just got out of junior high a little while ago! I didn't think I'd be facing death a few days after starting UA! I can't believe I'm gonna die without ever getting to touch the hero through the film!
Listen up. An enemy that's certain of their victory is bound to make a mistake. All Might said something along those lines in a TV interview a while back.
What does that mean?
Now's our chance. We can beat them!
Poor babies sound like they're crying for their mommies up there.
Hey now, don't forget Shigaraki told us to keep our guards up. We can't judge them by how old they are, but by their quirks. They could do anything. Of course, we'll definitely have an advantage in the water, so I'm not exactly worried for us.
Come on, act like cops on one!
Now die! Stupid move, kid!
Even if I use a smash, I can't get them all at once when they're in a circle like that. Besides, there are still other enemies outside of the shipwreck zone, so I can't sacrifice my arm just yet. Focus! Remember the image of the egg not exploding!
Ready, Minetta?
Even though he's as scared as I am, even though he's shaking, he's still going through with this.
Take this! Delaware! Smash! Soup! Minetta now!
What the heck, Midoriya? How do you do it?
You're acting so cool, and I'm not helping at all.
Take this, you villain! You can eat my sticky balls!
You can eat my sticky balls.
I'm getting trapped in!
How many?
These come from that kid! I can't get him off of me!
If a strong force is applied to water's surface, the water will be pushed away, and then come rushing right back to the middle!
We rounded them all up. Not too shabby. You guys are amazing. Both of you. I guess we passed the shipwreck zone.
Yeah. One zone down.
Nothing after.
Exciting. So we got one zone down. I can't remember how many there were total, but yes, there's still many villains to contend with. But I very much enjoyed. I love it when shows call out the answer to what I was wondering. So like there I was doing the like, but they're just sitting there. Like, why are they? And they're like, oh, because they don't know their quirks yet. So they're. I was very excited.
One thing I really love about My Hero is anything I come up with, they try or they point out why they won't try it or why they're doing it. For instance, when they're spelling out a plan for Ida to leave right in front of the villain's like, I can freaking hear you, you know. And they're like, it's not gonna matter because we're gonna do better than you anyway. And it's like, but you still did it, but at least they called it out. And it's not just like, oh, he didn't hear anything, so obviously he's duped. It actually like does stuff like that. Or like you said, why are they doing that? Oh, that's why. I really appreciate the writing of this show to actually address these things instead of just being like, I don't know, it's a TV show.
Because superpowers.
Yeah. So I really appreciate this show for that too. Any theories or anything that's going to happen?
This was episode 10, right? So there's 13. So, right. So I'm curious, like, I don't know, like to have 3 more full, 11, 12, 13, yeah, 3 more full episodes to leave us on a cliffhanger. I don't know, that's a long time to fight. 3 more episodes worth of fighting. So I think we will get to an end, but I don't know what that end will be. So far, we had a win in one, I keep saying quadrants. I don't think they're quadrants. There's one zone. So I'm curious how everyone else is going to fare. I'm guessing that we will see, it's funny because he has so many names now, but I'm guessing Deku will have to continue using more of his limbs just because they're making it a point of like, he's conserving certain portions. So he still has, he can use his other arm, he can use his other fingers, possibly his legs as well. So I think we're going to see a little bit more power from him. I think
from your own theories, are you still under the assumption that a student is going to die during this?
I think it's possible because, again, three episodes left of timing. There could be the, like, if everything wraps up by the end of 12 or like the beginning halfway point of 13, you get that, like, oh, now we all got to rally together for the events of season 2. Like, now we know who the bad guy is. And so I think it's possible. I still don't really have a gauge on who, because as I'm learning everybody's powers, it's like, oh, I mean, everyone's got a shot. There isn't like a clear, like, oh yeah, that person, of course they're gonna die. There's no like Star Trek red shirts walking around. But I mean, I would assume, until I saw the end of this one, I guess if I had to pick one, it would have been Mineta. Just because it's like, oh, he's a little kid. I don't really know what his sticky balls do. And
so do you think a weak one's gonna die? Do you think a strong one's gonna die? Do you think...
I mean, I think it's fair game, especially if my theory of the black hole were to come into play, because that'll just vaporize anybody, I'm assuming. But yeah, I think All Might's got to show up. I don't know how or in what way, but he wants to be there. He knows something is, not to the degree that it is, but he knows something is weird. And I don't know. So I will say, sure, I still am open to the possibility that the character will die. All Might's going to show up, and I think the fight will be wrapped up before the final episode, just because we have 3 more episodes to go. So
all right,
those are my guesses.
3 more episodes. We got stuff to watch. So thank you guys so much for fanning out with us.
Yeah, fans out.
Plus Ultra!